thing has got to have the most pathetic 0 to 60 time I've ever experienced in my life. I don't even get a kick down. It just sits there and goes and hums at me and does nothing. Well, I was hoping to be doing some more imports by now, but it's Japanese, I guess. Nissan Note. Hey look, beggars can't be choosers. You want a video every week, right? The Nissan Note, a bland, samey, 5-door hatch cliche, yada 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 thing. You get the idea. That sounds really exciting. Alright, I'll try to make it entertaining. This one sadly isn't the famous electric version, which seems to be quite popular these days. It's actually pretty well spec'd with keyless entry, keyless start, touchscreen navigation, cruise control, half leather interior. It isn't all bad, it's just wrapped up in such a bland package. Time for the real letdown. It's running a 1.2 litre petrol engine, which is pathetic. Worse still, it's hooked to a 4-speed CVT gearbox. On paper, they claim a 0 to 60 time of 12.2 seconds. Yeah, good luck with that. So, pathetic performance and a horrible exterior. Well, what's the advantages? The interior is actually quite nice, if a little quirky. Let's take a look. Well, I guess some positives. The front door is bigger than it looks, and it means getting in and out is really simple. Alright, there's got to be some positives in here somewhere. Alright, next up, this key. It's keyless entry, keyless start. There is no actual physical key unless you push the old button here and pull it out. I guess, I mean, it's fine, does the job. Yeah. Let's get a look at these door cards then. I'm not sure quite what's going on with this funny looking shape. Why it's all made up of wavy lines. I mean, this was a micro thing, so I don't suppose I should be surprised. That little piece of chrome breaks it up nicely. Your door pockets are good, your switches are nice and straightforward, even if they are a bit dated by modern standards. The seats themselves are half leather, which is always good. And they're manual adjustment, but the manual adjustments are quite comprehensive, even if they are a pain to use. Let's take a look at this dashboard. Too many buttons here. However, round dials, round dials. Consistency, I like that. The main clocks, let's have a little look, shall we? That's better. The only issue I've got is everything looks a bit tricky to read initially. Like the way the fuel gauge over there is susceptible to glare and things, that's not ideal. Steering wheel. It might be cheap leather, but at least it's leather coated. Not sure about these buttons, but they work. I'll give it that. And here's another thing I like to see. The fuel filler cap and the bonnet release are in the same place next to each other, clearly labelled and not tucked up underneath the dashboard where you can't see them. I approve. Too much shiny black if you ask me. That stereo looks okay. I guess it's fine. What is this? This weird contraption down here is supposed to be the climate control unit. Why does it have to be such strangely shaped? Don't really understand that. Okay, further down you've got a little pocket which is utterly useless. 2 cup holders which are in the wrong place completely, but at least they're deep enough. And then you've got the gear stick itself, which, although smooth enough to go into drive and things like that, there's no semi-auto mode. You lose a point for that. Standard conventional handbrake, a ridiculous eco button placed right there. Just no. Why? The unlock buttons, alright, nicely placed, I guess, they'll do. And the storage compartment is a bit stupid. And why is the 12-volt socket right there, facing upwards? Nope, nope, nope. Alright, Nissan, what are you doing? Are you thinking you're French now or something? 2 glove boxes? Alright, they're a good size. Oh, why are you using these? These are Renault components. It's horrible. No, why? How are we looking in the back? Well, at least the design's consistent. The door pocket has the cup holder, it has the silver bit, the switches are the same, the ridiculous door handle, but overall the aesthetics are much and such. Again, the seats are consistent. There's less legroom in here than I would have thought for a small car, which is a bit unfortunate. At least you get pockets, but you don't get vents or sockets. kind of disappointing. Hey, you do get an armrest, if I can get it to come out. And it does have cup holders that are so shallow they're useless. Alright, it's a hatchback. Let's see how practical it is. Well, it's a little bit more than I thought it had, but that wasn't saying much. Okay, so they've maximized space by going round the wheel arches, but it doesn't really add much. How about under here? Oh, that's where the spare wheel should be, but obviously it's got a tire inflation kit tucked in at the back there. And I guess that space is helpful if you want to put shopping in or something. Just, I'm disappointed. Seats do 60/40 fold split though, so that's something. Well, the question on everybody's mind, the burning question, does it drive well? Let's find out. I've got good viewing angles. The windscreen might be a little on the small side, but it's doing the job. Having the auto box in it, I don't have to worry about clutch control. Okay, the gearbox is a bit weird, but I would imagine I'll get used to it. Alright, get this. So I was in sports mode, and I pressed the button to go into sports mode, but as soon as you go back into park, it resets. And you can't put it in sports mode while you're in park. Why? Why would you do that? Put it back in the drive, right, sports mode, there we go. That's it. That's it. This thing is gutless. Alright, that's me foot flat to the floor. Nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing. It's a bit wobbly in the corners. It doesn't feel very stable. I suppose that's not what it was designed for. Oh, there's an armrest. That's nice. You're gonna need it considering you'll be sitting here all day in this thing waiting for it to get to 60. That's foot flat to the floor, by the way. Oh, we finally hit 60. This is the slowest ass piece of junk I've ever driven. Snails accelerate faster than this. That was more than enough for me. If you have to measure your car's acceleration using a calendar instead of a stopwatch, I'm sorry, but you've lost me at that point. The nice interior can't make up for the fact that you're probably quicker walking. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. If you didn't, don't worry about it. I've got more stuff. I put out a video every week, so there should be something for everyone. Till next time, look after yourselves.